Hello and welcome back to Costa Barras. We're here at Europa Park and we're going to try out the soft opening of Ed and Edda's Ride Adventure.
It's a brand new gameplay theatre ride based around the movie that's coming out later this year.
Grand Prix of Europe. So this is a Mack Rides interactive 3D dark ride which utilises a revolving theatre, and it is part of their new gameplay theatre range, which I think is actually coming to Paulton's Park as well.
And of course it is a soft opening, which means there may be some technical difficulties, but we're all aware of that. They're doing it in good faith by letting us try the ride before it's fully ready while they work out some kinks.
Yes, and then it'll be fully open during the summer, and we're back later on in the year, so we'll have to try it again.
Yeah, so we'll go on now, have a few rides, we will film a POV for you guys, and we'll let you know what we think of the ride, as well as its theming and all the good stuff that comes in between.
Wir müssen los! Bin gleich soweit. Der Grand Prix startet jeden Moment. Nur eine Sekunde. Une attaque tsunami. Utilisez le rayon rouge pour suivre la voiture. Use the tractor to get energy cells to the car.
Well, there you have it. That was a POV of Ed and Edda's Grand Prix EDventure.
Obviously, you might not see it as well as we do because we are actually wearing 3D glasses.
Yes, that is important to mention. It is a 3D ride, as you saw with the glasses. Pretty cool. The 3D works really well. I'd say it's pretty up there.
Yeah, it's actually really good. And the ride system is actually really good. The plunger, which obviously we had on Mouse au Chocolat, I found it really difficult to keep pulling it. It was very sore in your arm. That was actually really quite nice.
Yes, because when we first went on it, I mentioned this is actually really easy to pull the ball and string. You can essentially use your fingers like that, just throttle it, and it works brilliantly. It fires balls effortlessly, while Mouse au Chocolat at Fantasyland, you really have to pull on that ball sometimes to get the balls out.
So in terms of technical difficulties with this being soft opening, basically when you're charging the car in the middle of it, it's very difficult. We can't seem to work out how you do that because you actually really have to pull the bit really, really fast to get like a charge to go on the screen at all, but then it doesn't move up or down and it doesn't work exactly. We don't know how it works.
From what we gather, you need to aim your energy beam like Ghostbusters at the bottom and drag the power cell to the top. But on the times we've been on it so far, we don't seem to get it to work, and we've looked at other screens and no one else is getting it to work either. So that's just probably one of the known technical issues at the moment, where it appears like all you got to do is drag that energy to the top to charge their car so they can win the race.
3 days later.
We did manage to get the power cell thing kind of working a few days later.
Yeah, and it was like we thought. You basically grab it from the bottom, like still pulling your little toggle, and you move it up and straight into the top, so then it goes to power the car.
Yeah, it'll charge Ed's car up for Edda. However, the score system, again, is a bit finicky. It was even more insane than last time, to be fair.
Yeah, it's really very temperamental. But again, soft opening, what do you expect? One time we had it and like the top score, even with like shooting a lot of targets, we got like 168,000 or something. And then the next time we went on it, it was like 580 for hitting the same things. And then the other day you weren't even playing at all because you were recording. And he got over 1 million for doing nothing. So.
Yeah, I was essentially recording just B-roll footage for this video. And I noticed I hit one thing and I got like 170,000 for hitting one thing. And Sarah was playing the entire time, but I somehow managed to beat her score by several hundred thousand, which is like,
Yeah, so at the moment, while it's on soft opening, I would probably say play it because it's good fun, but don't take any notice of the scores for the time being. I'm sure they'll fix it before the actual opening in the summer.
3 days earlier.
But in terms of actually like shooting the balls out and hitting the targets, it's not bad. I think it's more a case of with most of these types of rides where you're shooting, you've got to aim to the sort of left or right a little bit rather than dead center. And obviously just make sure you watch out for the color of your ball because that can be an interesting one. Sometimes it looks like the person next to you is actually where you are. The ball's coming out at the same spot, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or whether that's just the soft opening.
I'm guessing it's the soft opening because it's a bit finicky at times. Sometimes it's really well lined up to your gun, so it's brilliant, but other times it's like you say about a foot to the left or a foot to the right. I think it's just part of they're working out the kinks bit by bit. That's the point of this soft opening.
But either way, it's really fun. We've been on that twice now. We did have a little go of it yesterday, and both times I won. So, you know, for the whole train, go me. Yay! He's just jealous.
She's not humble, is she? Not humble at all. Although I will say the score system in there probably does need a bit of work. I distinctly remember in other rides you get bonus scores. Some things you can shoot are actually higher score, like 1,000 points, 2,000 points. It seems like mostly in there, a lot of them, they're all 100 points.
No, there was 50s. So at the moment, there just seem to be 50 and 100.
But there's no big variation, so you can't catch up with a lead or anything, or aim for that big scoring item to attack, basically.
No, which, you know, they might change or they might not, I don't know.
I think they will. I think it's something they'll adjust. I think for now they're keeping the scores blank, just so everyone can just see how it works, how they're aiming. But that is something I'd like to see, is a bigger score variation. So if there's a really hard to hit target, it should be rewarded in your scores. It should be reflected in your score if you've managed to hit a really small, distant target behind something.
Yeah, like 1,000 or 2,000 or something like that.
Yeah, it just helps add to the competitiveness of the ride. And score system aside, of course, when you are going throughout the ride, you're travelling through different countries throughout Europe. You're basically doing the Grand Prix with Ed and Edda, and that means the actual ride theming and the area around it is all based on the Grand Prix.
Yeah, so as you're walking through the queue line, and you kind of go into like an area where it's like popcorn and bits of like fixing cars and stuff.
It seems to be someone's
like
workshop, yes, from the film, and they're building the cars up.
And then you actually have a massive model of Ed and Edda's car.
You do, and it's got a working Edda underneath it. She moves, she has got the head under there, which is something I didn't expect. I had to look under, I was like, have they actually gone to the detail of putting the head down there? Because who's going to look down there? It's even below a child's eye line, but they have put Edda's head down there, which is moving as well.
And they've actually got theming on the car where you wouldn't even look normally.
Yeah, it's got intakes and everything. It's a completely themed car from ground up.
And then further on, you obviously got the little trophies, and you get a little miniature version of the car too, and of course Ed's helmet.
You do. It's completely beautiful. Even the ride staff, they're all wearing the Grand Prix racing gear that you'd see the staff wearing at events. It's just all encompassing. It's such a beautifully themed ride.
And we're currently standing on top of the stadium that you would find at a Grand Prix.
Yeah, we're literally stood on the theme right now, which gives you a beautiful view of the area behind us. As you can see there, it's just so gorgeous, if you can still hear me. But overall, would we recommend this attraction?
I would, because like they're just really fun, just spinning around, shooting. It's always good fun playing these sort of interactive rides.
It is, and I can say I actually enjoyed it more than Malso Chocolat at Fantasyland. So if you've been on that, that's a good comparison right there.
Yeah, basically just shoot something, make sure that the riders can actually get around the track, a lot of them, because there's like these little drone things that are like attacking you or something and you have to clear them off the screen.
I think it'll be more apparent once you see the movie, then you'll understand the ride more. So it's one of those where this is early, we're getting an early preview of this, so you need to see the movie first and then you'll understand it completely from ground up. But overall, I'd say, yeah, definitely come and visit.
Yeah, for as a ride itself, It's brilliant. And I like the theming.
And for technical issues, they're pretty much none besides one tiny little thing
Yeah,
here
it's
and there.
not bad at all. For a soft open, it's actually pretty good.
It's really good. Anyway, with that being said, be like a barra.
And keep coasting.
Bye-bye. Don't forget to check out our Europa Park vlog. It is coming very soon. Part 1 and Part 2.
Welcome to the spectacular Grand Prix! Great drivers don't need help.